Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Oh, hello. Look, besides all the rain, let me get this right. Okay, how we doing? Besides all the rain we're having in LA and things like that, throw a Super Bowl into the mix, and I'm not a big sports guy, but, I do jump onto that kind of stuff. Hello, everybody. All of you, love the few, the chosen few, all of you, the silent majority, and I'm going to say that word a lot because I don't know what it is with everybody, but I just have this silent crowd that follows, and nobody stands up and says, "Hell yeah, Peter G." Anyway, welcome Sunday night. I know it's late in some parts of the world, the country, but that's what we do, and there's no right or wrong. But Super Bowl Sunday, we had a big discussion about this whole deal. It was like, what's going to happen Super Bowl Sunday? People are going to be all partied out and hit the floor, or what's going to be the deal? I'm going to have to tell you, coming from, I spend a lot of time in L.A. I've actually lived here longer than any place, but regardless of where my heart lies, when the Rams made it to the Super Bowl, I got to tell you, I was kind of excited for them. I'm happy for them. It's been a long time, and they moved to L.A. from San Diego, and, bringing sports back. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in L.A. anyway, but I was kind of rooting for. I was, and they came out strong, and God, that was a weird game, but I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but lo and behold, the friggin' Patriots again, pulling it out their ass at the end of the game like they always do. Hey, baby, look at you. Now, look, I'm going to say this right off the bat. There's multiple pages that this show feeds to, and I only get to read certain ones, and sometimes they get flying. So if you're texting me, I love you, but I can't read them, and I don't know where they're coming from. I read them all after the show. But the key to this show is the 818-259-7983 number. The whole purpose of this show is so you can call in and bitch about stuff. Tell me about things that you want to get off your chest. My main heart is about surviving divorce and single parenting. Getting through all the hard stuff, because life's a bitch. It really is. But this show is a more broader spectrum. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't care. Tonight, I just, Super Bowl. I clearly admit I'm not Mr. Sports Guy. There's a million people that talk about sports, and that's cool. But I'll touch on the base of that, subject. It's okay. It's all good. But the first thing is that I really want to touch base on, I just happen to be wearing my, where are we? Bolt Energy t-shirt because I was dragging ass again today. Life, I'm telling you, with me, personally, life is a bitch. I am just running. And I wouldn't be able to do this little streamlined, stripped-down show, which I really think is going to be friggin' badass. Because I'm telling you, and I bragged about... Oh, first of all, see, I'm all over... Okay, I know. They're friggin' stick to the point. Last week, somehow with the broadband feed, I was in helium voice. I make no apologies. Whatever the hell happened. But I know. I see you, bro. Are you shoveling snow, Jimmy? See, I'm getting sidetracked again. So I all kinds of things go wrong. It's just, again, when you're on a budget, that's why I need to get a bigger budget, and it's going to take you, the people, to take this show or me to go do better stuff, because I swear I'm going to do good stuff. I'm not just going to be for the cheese of it all. I like the jokes, but I don't know. I'm getting soft in my old age. I really feel there's a purpose, and we'll go for all that. But again, I could not do this show if it wasn't for Bolt Energy. These guys believe in me. They said, Peter, we know you're whacked, but we love you anyway, and we know that you're gonna, do good and go do something, and we're gonna have your back. And these guys, again, energy drinks, there's a million of them. You go look in the stores, and they're all over the place. And which one do you choose? Is it by taste? Is it by, product where you think it's popular? Who knows? But I got to tell you, not a big giant can. It's not 500 ounces. You don't have to drink a shitload of this stuff. It's tasty, And it's again, they fortify it with antioxidants. There's no preservatives in this stuff. I mean, these guys are super health conscious. Sorry, that's what I know they're saying. Calm down. I just dig what they do, and I thank them very much for saying, "Hey, Peter, we're gonna get your back, and we're gonna sponsor you." And my first sponsor. I mean, there's a first for everything. So I'm gonna pop this like I always do, and I know they make hand signals over here. They're very silent, but they make hand signals. I've gotten the finger too. It's got a light carbonation to it, and it's tasty, and you don't have to drink a lot of it, and just gives you that little extra push, and I like it. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it, honestly, because anybody who knows me, unfortunately, I'm pretty straight to the point. I'm not a good faker, so I like it, and here we go. First sip of the day, we're gonna get going. Yes, sir. All right. So, I have a lot of things going on around me, and I'm still slowly getting used to all this. The main purpose of this show, though, regardless of all the bouncing back and forth that I'm going to, is about participation, okay? Because one day I'm going to have, the other shows I've done, they're all one-on-one interviews, and we're filming. I want to talk to you. Step up, bitches. I want to know what's really you want to get off your chest. I feel, who else and do you have it better with than to get it off your chest and just bitch about stuff to me? I'm listening. 818-259-7983. All you got to do is talk about stuff. Hey. See, again, I can read certain things. But one day I'm going to have them cut that off because it's very distracting. But I love it. So far right now, beggars can't be choosers. But it's all good. The thing is, and if the show gets slow, I'm pumping up the elevator music. I got it fully loaded right here, and I'm not afraid to use it. So let's please, for the sake of no elevator music, I want phone calls. I don't need a lot. It's only an hour show. So all we have to do is somebody who has something to gripe about or concern. You have a concern. I mean, it's called Life with Peter G. Life, okay? If there's something I don't know anything about, I'll let you do the talking more. And actually, I'm going to let you do the talking more, and we'll just figure it out, share it. There's other people that might need to hear it because, believe it or not, they probably have the same issues. I mean, there's a lot of people like that. So if you're listening and you got something you want to share, just do it, and we'll share it. It's real simple. And I'm looking at something real quick because I want to know. Here we go. Wilmington. Hey, you're on the show with Peter G. Who's this?
They probably have the same
Peter.
issue.
Hi.
There's a lot of people.
Hi.
Who's this?
It's Jody.
Jody, turn down your radio, baby.
And
Hold on.
Eh.
Remember me?
Yeah, I do. Don't get me started. Hi. You got me?
Are you real? Oh my goodness.
I'm real. You have to turn that radio down because it's feeding back through it's kind of like radio or the.
Well, I have it on my
then turn it off and then talk to
computer.
us because you're talking to the world now.
Okay.
Wow.
Hi,
It's been a long time.
Peter.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
It's been a long time. Now we see each other through Facebook here and there,
Right.
but it's been a long time. What's on your mind?
Well, the last time I see your stuff, but the last time was out here in the East Coast.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
I grew up in Connecticut. You know that.
Was it Foxwoods or Mohegan?
Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
Mohegan Sun, yeah, casino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was born in Connecticut. I was born in New Haven, Connecticut. But,
Yeah.
How are you? Jody?
Hi. No, I'm good. I just watched the Super Bowl.
I know. How are you feeling? You going to make it? You okay?
No, it was, I'm not a huge football fan, but, the Patriots did it again.
Again, I know. Oh, you New Englander, you?
Well, that's where I'm from.
I know. It was weird. Again, I figured I said that we had a quick little powwow before we started, and my whole thing isn't about sports talk. It's more about you personally, like how you're doing, what's bothering you. But it is Super Bowl Sunday, so we can't touch on that. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've thought, Peter, like with the things that you talk about, I
Yes.
don't often talk about them.
Exactly.
So,
You should.
yeah. Well, I'm a single mom.
Yeah. And what's the nipping at you? Which again, I know it's an ongoing thing with everybody, but I mean, right now, where are you at in your life? I followed you, and we've touched base. Thank God for Facebook. This is why I use Facebook. Had it not been for Facebook, I probably never saw you again. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So how are you? I mean, life is a bitch. It's hard to live, and being a single parent, and you're so tell me. You tell me. I'm going to sit back and you tell me what's going on with you. Long time.
Do you remember my daughter?
I never met her, but I do.
Well, she was very young when we met,
Right.
but she's my brilliant girl's an architect.
So see, how old is she now?
27,
Time flies.
and she graduated with honors from a great architecture school in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And she now practices for a firm in Manhattan.
Awesome.
And lives in Brooklyn. She's been there for like 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, she's my baby girl.
You should be a proud mama.
I am.
Because
she takes.
When I remember, life is a struggle, right? You've been, it wasn't always easy, right?
Oh no, with a divorce from her dad, and
yeah. But but somehow, through the grace of God, everybody's managed to make it, and you're on the phone with me right now. After I have not physically spoken to you in many, many years. It's been a text here and there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so this is what the world is turning to, which is a really good thing. I mean, I'm telling you, people look at me and they go, "Facebook, what are you, crazy?" I go, "Facebook is still pretty awesome." I mean, I don't sit there and take pictures of my food, but I said I'm going to be on this show every Sunday night, which people pop on Facebook Live and they do a little sporadic thing, but I said I'm going to be here every Sunday night at 8:30 in the Pacific or 11:30 in the East Coast, and so whether you want to count on me or not, you can count on me. And if there's something you want to get off your chest, you can. So go for it.
So your daughter is Anna.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just turned 13.
Yeah, and she's into horses. I live on a horse farm.
Well, she does. I mean, her brain is a horse farm.
Yeah,
and I'm very thankful
I get to be that way.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm very, very, it's all good. But I'm so far life with her.
No,
what? Go ahead.
So no woman in your life.
No, that is correct. And let me tell you why. And wait a minute. This is not. You're not interviewing me. I'm interviewing you. Don't you turn the tables on me.
I could.
Yeah. Hey, did I tell you?
You haven't talked to me in a while.
Yeah,
and probably the last time you did, I probably was pretty challenging.
I don't know. You call it challenging? I don't know. It was all good. Did I tell you that tonight was brought to you by Bolt Energy?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
No, yeah, these guys they're new and they had faith in me, and I'm very very grateful. But okay, so go ahead. I'm listening. What's going on with you?
Should I?
Yeah.
Put it in a nutshell. I work.
Yes, that's a good thing.
I work in the veterinary field.
Yes, you've always been in that. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I kind of. Well, my kids are grown.
Yeah.
So Ari's making her way. 27, living in New York City.
Right.
I'm just making my way. I have a great roommate now.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Young girl. I live above a horse barn,
A horse farm.
and I found a roommate to share one of the rooms. She's goes to UConn. She works at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where I live, around the University of Connecticut.
You do? Okay.
Yes. I've always have.
Well,
Yeah.
I get confused. It's been so long. I mean, it's a small state, but,
Mhm.
I just...
Well, that's where it came from when
right,
when I met you.
right.
You guys were playing in,
Yeah.
I think that was at Foxwoods, I believe.
No, it was Mohican.
No, it was Mohegan,
It was
was it?
Mohican, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, it's fond memories.
And that was when I worked on the 33rd floor.
Okay. What's on the 33rd floor? Elevator going up.
Yeah, like that's the high roller place.
Oh, the high roll. I don't think I've been to I definitely wasn't on the 33rd floor.
No. Oh, so you were in the Wolf Den.
In the Wolf Den.
Mm.
Yeah, sorry. I'm working on it, but we just haven't managed. Things just keep happening. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I had some wine tonight.
Really?
Yes.
Shocking. It's okay. We're all having wine. That's why I like Sunday nights. It's like kickback.
Mm-hmm.
Good call, Durko. One of my, in fact, somebody just typed. No, a friend of mine was. I'm reading something, but it's Sunday night. I tell everybody, kick back, get your jammies on, get in bed, get your phone or your iPad or whatever, or your laptop, and let's talk. And let's talk. I don't know if you would have had the guts to call me if you didn't have a glass of wine. Would you?
Maybe.
I mean, nobody's listening anyway. So tell me what's going on. I mean, anything you want to get off your chest?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I remember I remember hanging out with you.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to go there. I'm talking about current. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Believe me. But I remember just exactly. But I'm talking about, anything. Because I have this phone number, 818-259-7983, and all I need is people to call in and things they want to share with the world. Because you never know who has the same type of problems. And a lot of times, everybody thinks it's only them. So, maybe life is going good for you because I know you had some struggles. We all do. Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, only life recently has been going better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has to do with me allowing it to be better. I suppose.
I guess it could always work that way until we find that path. Hey, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you wearing right now?
My jammies.
All right. See, I tell everybody, get in your jammies and get, snuggle up and let's talk. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's Exhibit A, people. Exhibit A. Get in your jammies, glass of wine, and call into the show. Because otherwise, nobody does.
Is there anyone else?
There was one, but I hung up. I just let it go. I mean, they can keep calling. I don't have multiple phone lines. This is a real simple. This is a spin-off from what I'm doing on the one-on-one interview type stuff, which I've backed off on because right now things have gotten. Long story short, I'm doing this for fun so I can talk to people. My real show is a little bit deeper, where I go after, one-on-one multi-camera interviews and all this. This is a small, simple call-in. I want to talk to the people because really it's all about the people. To me, it is. I mean, I went through, prior to me meeting you, life was really carefree, and we all went through our hells, and so I want to share that stuff. The bad stuff is actually the good stuff because you get it off your chest. Huh?
What do you remember about me?
Where do you want to start? And
no, I'm just saying.
I don't think we can.
If you really remember me,
but Jody, I don't think we can talk about this on the air unless you want me to. Believe me, I remember a lot. I do, and it's all good.
Well, to use that remembrance in a positive light, that would.
When I first met you, you looked very much like somebody I went to school with. That's how I met you.
Okay.
Because I remember distinctly you know down at the casino over there where we were at and
Where I was working.
you were working, and that was the whole thing. I was fascinated because I kept looking. I go, you know, because Connecticut's a small state, and grew up in East Haven, Connecticut, and we were in where's the Mohican at? What part of Connecticut? Where?
Montville.
Where?
Montville.
Okay, so it's not very. I mean, but again, it's a small state. An hour here,
'Cause-
yeah, an hour here, an hour there. And I kept looking at you, and you know, people, because a lot of the people, and this is the beauty again of Facebook. I have a ton of people that I went to elementary school, kindergarten with, that I am still friends with in Connecticut. But they've all moved from the East Haven. They live in Guilford. They live in, you know, North Havens. Or, I mean, so what was the odds? And when I was looking at you, I swear you just resembled somebody that I went to school with, but more grown up version, and that's how our conversation struck, and that was it. And from that point, we went on to hanging out a little bit.
Well, you played drums.
I still do. Well, no.
Well, I think that's what drew me to you. Is what I'm saying.
So you're after me for my drums.
No, I was.
I'm kidding. Either way, again.
I'm saying that's.
I get it. It's all good. It's all good. But we all, since it was challenging when I met you, you know, everybody's going through hard times. So, and I followed you. You moved out of Connecticut. Where'd you move to? Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
And see, I remember a lot. And then you moved back, you know, and I thought because I have a heavy Pensacola, you know, Gulf Coast connection, I thought, well, wow, you're closer, you know, maybe one of these days I'll get to see you, but it's so hard. You know, since having a child, and she was younger, I mean, that takes a lot of my life because that's a big part of my life that I truly enjoy, and everything I do revolves around her. And then as she got older now, she's, you know, getting a little more flexible, and she's got her things going on. But that was a, you know, big deal. She was really small. Nothing else mattered. And then I created this show, and so between this and my child and my parents or parent, now I lost my mother a couple of years ago.
You lost your dad.
Yeah, and he's 92. I swear to God, but right before the show, I'm checking on him. I have cameras in Florida. Make sure he's breathing. He's 92, almost 93 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard. Everybody has issues, or not issues, things that they have to go through. And that's why I want people to call in. It's like, what's going on with you? What's your struggle? If it's a struggle, we share it, because believe me, it's not, you know, everybody's got the same struggle. I swear. It's just different person, a couple different things.
Similar. They're
very
similar.
very much so. So that's it. I said every Sunday night I'm going to come on here, and they got me a phone number, and I said we're going to keep it simple. I don't have phone call screeners. I don't have all that kind of stuff. I'm answering the phone. Worst case scenario, if it's somebody really being stupid, I just hang up on them. It's very simple. But when somebody brings up something to offer, I just take it.
So where are you?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yes, in an undisclosed location in Burbank, California.
I'm sure there.
It's just something to do. I mean, you know, I've been out here. I live here. I can't move. I love Pensacola, and I spend a lot of time down there, back and forth. But the thing is, I have a daughter, and she goes to school here, and she's young, and
she rides too.
I'm sorry.
She rides.
Yes, she rides. She's a horse nut. She claims.
Well, I live on a horse farm.
I understand, but I'd bring her over if I could. But it's a little bit of a drive right now, and we're kind of busy. And there's snow to shovel, and we don't want to shovel. She's not into the cold. She really.
Well, there's not. There's not much snow here right now.
Well, believe me when I tell you that I'm very, very proud of her so far. Whatever I've done, I don't even think it's me. I just think that what I just scored when it came to right now the ease of her being a child and just kind of keeping it together, because the rest of my life went to hell. And
what happened to her mom?
Her mom is here. She loves her very much. She's a good mom. Yeah. We just could not be husband and wife.
Now, when I met you, you were still with her?
No, we were not married.
No.
But again, we got married under one roof, and everything went to hell and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
what year was it when I first met you?
Oh God, now you're making me think. This We're gonna have to have a private conversation on the phone. This is not about me. It's about you. How do you think about me? I don't.
Well, no,
It was.
how you think about me
No,
too.
it was the early 2000s. That much I know because
Yeah.
we just got through again Facebook. I saw another ancient picture of Vegas, being in Vegas with a bunch of people, and it's like, wow, what year was that? And then a fan was quick to remind it was like 2000. I go, oh, it was only 19 years ago. My hair was dark,
Sure.
and I had more of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's all good as long as I wake up. We're good. What?
I remember you being a very handsome and kind man.
Well,
That's what I remember.
it's maybe 1 out of 2 still left.
No, I mean I have no ill thoughts. Is what
Of course,
I'm
there
saying.
shouldn't be. We had
No, we had a nice
you were fun to hang out with.
a nice time together. There
Yeah.
was no ill will, and it was great.
It was far from ill will. We had fun. We stayed up late too.
I'm just wondering, I guess in my old age, I want to hear, like, was I a nice person?
Yeah,
And-
you were. Yeah, of course you were. Look. Let me put it to you this way. This is real simple. I don't have shitty people in my life. Period. End of story. You're on my Facebook page, right? If you were nuts or or this and that, or at least in my opinion, we would not be having this conversation right now.
yeah.
I have gone out of my way and sought you out because you're kind of quiet on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, and I always kind of like poked my finger in there and said, "Hey." So, for whatever that's worth, that's the way I feel. So, obviously things went right. I mean, it's not like we hung out with, we didn't have, we didn't grow up together and we don't live together and we don't hang out together a whole lot. But the times that way, because there was multiple visits to Connecticut over there at the Mohegan Sun, and it was all good. It was all good, and I keep people that are good in my life. I keep them around. I'm very thankful.
And I am a good person. It doesn't mean I'm abusive or
I think you're fine.
no. Like I was a good person. So thank you.
You were a good person. You had some things going on within your life, but again, totally understandable. That's the way it was. You were a single mom. You were in your infancy of all that stuff.
And now look at my child.
That's right. So pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, another success story. But unfortunately, like personally, I wouldn't, if I didn't have to go through all the hell I went through, I would prefer not to, just like you. I'm sure you have some war stories and things like that, but that's just the way it is. And honestly, if it wasn't for all the hell I went through and had to go through I wouldn't be sitting right here right now doing this. So I don't know.
Now,
So be it.
Are you sponsored? Like, is there?
What?
How do you be able to get on this radio wave to discuss what you feel and have a feedback from others?
Well, it takes a lot of balls because most people
Okay.
here's the deal. Like, there's, and again, people, and I know that, I got Jody on the line here from Connecticut, and I'm holding her on here because it's been forever, and I've let a few phone calls go through, but 818-259-7983, I wouldn't have that number if I didn't mean it, and these people would not have my back if they didn't mean it because they believe in me. I've been doing this, and it's been an uphill battle for quite some time, and it's still an uphill battle. I didn't make it, in my opinion. There's no making it. I had somebody who told me that how lucky I am that I'm rich and I have everything. That's the farthest from the truth. What?
Can anyone else call in and like chat at the same time?
That was another discussion we were going to have on how I can have multiple callers. No, I mean yes and no, and I just kept telling them we're going to take everything one step at a time. Right now, it's one-on-one between me and you. Yes, there is a way, but I'm just not there yet. There's a lot because this show is just different. As things pick up, I may grow. We're just taking and growing one step. There is a way to do it. I just told them to not worry about it. I want to see more people on the show, period, and then we'll start worrying about that. Like, I mean, who else do you want to talk to? Am I not good enough for
You
you?
need. Well, are there other enlightened people
Yeah.
that
Well,
you could have just with?
everybody hears you. See, that's the thing. If you were telling me a story right now about what's going on with you, everybody who wants to hear you hears you. That wants to be on my show or listen to that's listening to the show. And then when the show is over, the show goes into syndication. It's going to revolve through Facebook for weeks to come. And it gets uploaded to YouTube, and it can be listened to on demand, which, by the way, people, if you want to hear stories from personal one-on-one interviews from doctors, stress, what it does to you, from people that give you one-on-one information on how the hell they survived what they went through, go to my YouTube, The Peter G Show. There's tons of stuff. There's even 5-6 minute segments about issues and situations that may help you. But that's where your story, this story right now, where you're talking to me, is going to go by Tuesday.
Are you the one directing these
Yes, I
stories?
am the head monkey. Okay, I mean, but I have a producer and I have a couple other people. But this show is very, very slimmed down. There's only one camera. There's one, two, three. There's 3 feeds because there's 3 different places that it goes to on Facebook. And on top of that, it goes to LinkedIn and it goes to Twitter. And so it's feeding to about 5 different places. And we're going to grow even more. I'm not doing YouTube Live. We record the show and then it gets uploaded to YouTube. But eventually maybe we will. But it's all about money and things like that. I'm fortunate enough to be able to sit here for an hour and just kind of blow it out. But I'm really wanting you. This show's about and you're. Again, you are the second woman to call. We've only been doing this show for a very short time, the call-in show. So you're new, and I appreciate it.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you. I'm always talking about you.
You?
Yeah, because getting people again.
What's my name?
Jody, stop. Come on. The thing is, everybody texts and they're expecting me to read things, but it's not that simple. And because there's a lot that flies by. So when the caller calls in, I don't have a problem with that, and they just tell me what's on their mind. Kabish? Hello.
I have a lot of things on my mind.
Well, I'm asking you to tell them to me, but you're interviewing me. Yeah. Jody's okay. For those of you listening, I have Jody on the line from Connecticut. She's had a glass of wine, right? And it gave her some instant courage to call in. And I appreciate that because I actually know her, so to speak. We were acquaintances, and she's going to tell me right now what's on her mind.
Well, on my mind is the love of my daughter, which you have one too.
Yes.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 13, just turned 13 a month ago.
And you're just younger.
Yeah. I got a ways to go.
My daughter, Arianthi, is 27 now. And she is an architect.
Yes.
In New York City. I know I inspired her. So I encouraged her, and she went to college, went to high school honors, went to college. She wanted to be an architect since she was in 3rd grade.
That's good.
She likes building, she likes design and all that. So.
And you're kind of artsy too. You're quite the drawer.
I'm a very artsy person.
I know you draw very well. I've seen your drawings.
And I've had some shows and those things. And through my quirkiness, craziness of my different lives with her, divorcing her dad, raising her, I had a shelter for teenage girls.
Really?
Yes. And I took my daughter and I raised many young women who were pulled from their homes um, due to violence or whatever.
Right.
It helped him to have see what it was to have a healthy, normal life, learning to just take care of yourself and cook your food and wash your clothes and be nice to each other. And Ari grew up in part of that.
That's good. See, these are things that I've never known, and you're teaching people because, believe it or not, the simple things of washing your clothes. A lot of people, if you're not taught to do it, you don't learn.
I taught them.
I know.
I taught them how to do it.
I'm getting even more proud of you.
And how to clean their bathrooms and just like be living with each other and chatting and having time together, making meals,
cool.
watching TV, making art because
Right.
I was in school at the same time. So I'd have canvases out and be like showing how to create things.
Let's see. I mean, so
make food, yeah.
because you took your struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and you turned it into a positive by helping others because you got older and took the young and tried to help them not be so much in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. See what I mean? You should be positive. Look at that. I have a psychiatrist watching us right now, analyzing us.
Who? Your son?
No, I have a psychiatrist. Yeah, she's watching, and I haven't seen her face in so long. Listening to you telling stories about the struggle.
All right. So you know what happened?
No.
Is after I had that shelter here in Yukon, it got to the point where I knew I needed to have my own place. And so I bought a condo not far from where I was to take in one child.
Right.
Along with my daughter. Like, just had like 3-4 bedrooms and this is what we're going to do. Got rid of the husband, the ex-husband, everything.
Got rid of.
Just us.
Yeah.
And that worked out. I got a great place,
But see, a lot of people are trapped. Like they want to get out, but they can't. And how do you get the money to go buy something? I mean,
it was me proving. I didn't have a lot of money, but that I had an ideal, a mission for what this house would mean to me. It would mean to help me grow my biological daughter and help these other kids that really needed a parental figure in their life.
Right.
So I got approved to do that, got the house, and within a year, I had one foster daughter that was very challenging, really tough. And one of the other foster daughters that I had raised at the halfway house at Yukon, where I lived before that, always wanted to live with me. Her name was Sandy. And she had gotten adopted away from my halfway house to a teacher where she went to Woodstock Academy.
That's a good thing, though, right?
Right. We thought it was a good thing.
Okay.
We thought it was a good thing. So she did that. Then I left the shelter and bought my own place. And I found out that Sandy wasn't happy there. And she had many issues because of the problems she had. Her father, her sister, and her brother were all in an incestual relationship.
Wonderful.
And so this is what she was taking away from.
Away from. But then a family wanted
initially.
Adopt her. Right.
Yes. So she was in my home. I was helping her. She got adopted by a family in Woodstock to try to help her. It was a teacher in one of her classes.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, I was in school, going to art school, and had the shelter with my daughter with me. I found that maybe I should buy my own place and just focus on having one child.
But you
to
did
help.
buy your own place.
And I did.
Okay.
So I bought a place with my daughter, and with the intention of bringing in another foster child. And we started that, and I got one of the foster children that was in my home before, came to live with us. I remember we painted her room. We had all this great time together. And she followed after Ari. She then started to infiltrate the boys in the neighborhood.
When you say infiltrate.
Yes.
Yes.
She was very cute and pretty.
Sure.
And I was trying.
You start putting screws in the windows and bolting down the windows?
Yeah. Well, no, but I heard from other parents, like, this girl is doing this, she's doing that. And I'm like, okay. And I was just trying to be the foster, the parent.
You do the best you can do. I mean,
right.
what do you have to work too, right? You can't sit there and babysit 24/7.
No, because I worked for a veterinarian.
Of course.
And
And they got to get to school. How was she doing in school?
Yeah. Right.
How was school?
Well, school, the thing was, Ari was getting her to school.
Okay.
It was my daughter, who's the architect.
Okay. Right.
So what I'm saying is she had good role models and all that, but she was tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You can't win them all.
No, you can't win them all, and it became a real problem. And she ended up having to go
and it hurts.
back to a halfway house.
And it hurts, because you feel like you failed.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, because this show's only an hour, and this is what the bitch is, and I hate it because I could go for hours on stuff like this because this is really what it's all about. You did your best.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change the world, but you tried, and I know that feeling. I've had people that have done that, and where is this person now? Real quick, and where is the girl that you tried? I mean, is she still? See,
I don't know where Charisma is.
Okay.
Sandy, who's the one I wanted to mention, that has really affected my life, came in after Charisma to live with me. Right. And Sandy was one of the first girls that I saved when I had the shelter. She was pulled from a very abusive home, and she was my first child to take care of. And when she ended up finally being able to come live with me when I owned my own home, she was involved in my daughter Ari.
What do you mean involved?
No, they became great friends.
Okay.
And Ari took her to junior prom and senior prom. And then it wasn't long after senior prom that Ari had left to go with her dad to Greece because my ex-husband's Greek.
Shocking.
And they were gone. And I was home alone with my dog and Sandy, and they were away, and Sandy hung herself.
Boy. So, how old?
17.
No reasons. You can't win.
Oh, that's reason.
Yeah. So you can't.
Not my reason,
Okay.
but reason in her life.
And how did you survive that? Because that, you know what I mean?
How'd I survive it?
Yeah, because you're living.
Oh, I've been a mess ever since there,
Sure.
Peter.
You've been a mess even when you lost your dog. I saw that you lost your dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, big kid.
Yeah. Listen, here's the deal. Again, life is a bitch. The trick is surviving. I just had this young girl. She lost her father to a heart attack, and I saw her today, and she's having a very hard time. Like, the why? What are you going to do? All I know is there's nothing you can do besides learn how to live with it without it killing you.
Right.
You know, and we're down to my last 15 minutes, and I have to do other things right now. I love you very much for calling in because that takes a lot of guts. I'm getting people to slowly do this. I'm having to figure out. I wanted, since I haven't heard from you to talk to you in so long, I wanted to hear what's going on. But I mean, honestly, we could go on and on and on, right? I mean, this could, you know, we're trying to catch up for years. But you shared a little bit of something that, you know, not everybody has to go through, but people do go through it. So I don't know. All I can tell you is keep listening. I'm glad you still pay attention to me once in a while. And we'll talk just again sometime. And, you know, something current that you want to get off your chest. I mean, right now we're catching up, but that we could be here for hours. I could do a 10-hour show and we could just talk about all the crap we had to go through since 2003 or whatever it was. Right? Yeah. But every Sunday night, I'm going to be right here. And if you want to listen and or have a gripe to gripe about, and if you're in your best part of your life right now, cool. I mean, take it and keep it and run with it, you know, because we're all struggling to find that happy spot and hopefully hold on to it because life is getting shorter and I'm hating it. But again, I appreciate you calling and doing this, and let's just talk again sometime. But I got to let you go because I've let so many phone calls go through, and right now I'm almost down to the close of the show. I've pretty much given you the show, which is that's okay. I'm kind of glad you. I'm really shocked that you called, and I'm happy that you called. How's that?
Okay.
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 Stay out of trouble. I'll see you when I see you. And
the funny thing is, I'm never in trouble anymore.
That's good. Who needs it? Who needs it? I mean, there's good trouble and there's bad trouble. Okay.
I'm just.
Yeah, there's good trouble and there's bad trouble. So the thing is, don't worry about it. That's a good thing. I think the fact that we're both still alive and talking about it is a great thing because I've lost so many people, and so whatever.
And
you know,
and you're handsome, and I'm pretty cute.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Can I quote you on that? Anyway, all right. Listen, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling, and let me just finish up what I got to do here because they won't let me run over. We had a big talk about that, and I got to close out with a couple of things. And just pick it up when you're bored, and you pick it up. I'll be here every Sunday night from Connecticut. Every Sunday night, 11:30 your time. How's that? If you're awake, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I love you for doing it. Okay.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Sure.
Stay out. All right.
Night.
Stay out of good trouble. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Jody from Connecticut decided to open up and talk about stuff. Hard to do. And I'm handsome. Everybody, see, that's what the camera does. The camera, yes. That's, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I was different. I had so much I had to talk about tonight, and now I'm totally which is good because I don't want to always have to do stuff that I want to talk about. Thank God we got off the Super Bowl stuff. Sorry for all you butthurt people that love the Rams, and you know, look, I wanted the Rams too, just because I'm living in L.A. But it is what it is. The Patriots, once again, the last few minutes pull it out their ass, and they're good at that. They've been doing it. I'm not a sports fan. I've just watched it because playoffs and stuff like that I can do. It, kind of is. But I just want to make sure, if anything, that you guys take a good look at this face, okay? Because I've said it a bunch of times. I'm not going away. I feel like I was placed on this earth to do something, and I always knew it was in entertainment, from music to this, but it's my happy place. You know, I don't care if I'm famous. I can give a shit about that. The purpose of my life being is that I want to bring something, especially now that I'm getting a little older, I want to bring something of worth. You know, it's truly who I am, and I'm good with that. You know, and I know I have a purpose. So the bottom line is, are you with me? I want to make this thing grow. It's Facebook Live. Nobody ever said this could be done. You know, people pop onto Facebook and they just do their little thing, but this is almost like pre-programmed programming. You can count on at 11:30 on the East Coast and 8:30 on the Pacific Coast, 10:30 Central Time. I'll be on here for an hour, and we're going to talk about stuff. And I'm hoping that we're going to get. I just need about 2-3 phone calls a night, every week. 4. It depends how fast they are. It depends what we're talking about. This one was a little bit deeper. We haven't talked in 2 decades. And again, I could not do it if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy coming in sugar-free. I'm getting ready to have a meeting with them. We were supposed to do it last week, but again, everybody's busy. But there's going to be a sugar-free version, and it's even cleaner. And they're all about a cleaner energy drink to just get you that boost because they're workout fanatics, and I'm very proud of them, and I thank them for that. But again, the clock is running down. How many? We got just about 5-6 minutes to go, and that was important to me, and just to get these couple of things out of the way. There's great stuff, I'm telling you, on the YouTube. If you want to hear stuff that you can relate to, my other shows, the bigger shows, are shows that were one-on-one interviews and talking to people with asking questions about the issues in their life. And they're very relatable. See, I wouldn't do it if you couldn't relate to this stuff. And that's the thing. What I'm doing is very relatable. Everybody's got their hell. I've met a smidgen, a chosen handful of people who got married and were happily ever after. In this day and age, that doesn't happen as much anymore. And then you got kids involved. And again, I'm very blessed in a lot of ways, but I went through my hell, and if it wasn't for my hell, I wouldn't be doing this right now. And here we are, And give yourself a great big hand, for the ones who are struggling through to put up watching me. This is very simple. I don't promise any big giant big ring circus, but it's you, that the people that are going to make this show interesting. It's slowly. We're only in our 5th show right now for the year. That was the official start, the first of the year. I had a couple prior to that. Since Thanksgiving, we were kind of working the bugs, and we just went for it. But this really is what it's all about. It's going to be about you guys bringing the show, talking about stuff. And once in a while, I think maybe once out of the month, I will call somebody and talk to them, like a professional or somebody who has a website, somebody who has a blogs, and for my Instagrams and all that. Instagram, don't even get me started with that friggin' thing. It's the stupidest, but yet I'm on it. I dig it, but I can't stand the people. I get 20 people that jump on, and then 18 of them jump off. It's that I'll kiss your ass if you kiss mine, and I just don't agree with that. I want you on my Instagram if you truly mean it. If you don't mean it, it's like screw you. Don't follow me. I'm not upset with that. I'd rather have 10 really loyal people that feel that there's a reason that they're sitting here watching and participating than 100,000 jerk offs. It's that simple. Don't need it. It does nothing. It does nothing for you. It does nothing for me. So again, that's what I get for being honest. I'm not gonna, it's just the way it is. I'm not a good ass kisser. Never have been. What else are we talking about? I got a couple of things. And they're giving me the signal. I know. We got 4 more minutes. So again, thank you people for doing this. It's been a funky week. A lot of rain in L.A. A lot of rain, a lot of accidents. God bless it. People can't drive. They haul ass in the rain. They just don't get it to slow it down. I like life. Don't be leaving your bumpers all over the freeway. And again, I appreciate it, but what's up with you guys, again, with the texting and on the feeds? I can't read them all, so if you're going to continue to text, I'll read them afterwards, but please don't expect me to think that I'm actually seeing everything you're writing to me. I don't. And it's very difficult. There's many. I got 6 screens here, and I can't track them all. And a couple of them are different. I'll tell you one thing I'm very happy of. I had the elevator music preloaded and ready to go in case things got quiet, and I didn't have to use it. And I'll just prove it to you. See, so it was there. I mean, anytime I was expecting after the Super Bowl, everybody's like drunk and burned out or pissed off and all that kind of stuff. And I said, if worst case scenario, and I don't get any phone calls, and nobody wants to talk to little old me or participate, well, then we got this. But I didn't have to use it. I'm just demonstrating. That's my secret weapon. So anyway, so for right now, I don't think there's much else unless anybody. I'll take a last-minute call, but I doubt it. I blew off a couple of calls, and I apologize to you guys. And again, I don't have a phone screener. This is very simple stuff. I'm doing this so we could just have a little fun and be real. It's all about being real. I like being real. So it's all I know how to be. The joke's sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but this is what I do. So next Sunday and every Sunday, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern, the rest of the world, and again, they all chime in afterwards. After this show gets done, it will go into syndication and float around in Facebook, but by within 24 hours, it goes up to YouTube, and it's for on demand. Again, nothing special, but I got a ton of shows on YouTube. Ton of little segments, little things, talking to Pepsi. I mean, when we're in the car talking stuff, just entertainment, but a lot of it has some great info. So you might want to check that stuff out, comment or subscribe. I again, all you guys are, I got too many silent majority people, and that's where I'm having trouble with the network people. They're going, well, we don't see a whole lot of people watching you. I know a lot of people watch. I don't, and eventually they'll catch on. I only need one decent person to step up and say, I think we know what you're doing, I think we can take it to a higher level, and I think we should do it. And then I'll say, okay, it's that simple. I need a budget to expand, because that's the problem. There's all kinds of things I want to do, but I need to do it, and money makes the world go round. But until then, I will keep doing this simple, stupid show. It's not stupid, but it's just simple. And then you get to follow the other bigger shows that we do when I specify a lot more on the divorce and single parenting. I'm all about life with Peter G. every Sunday night. Talk about whatever you want to talk about that you want to get off your chest. It's simple, okay? And that's it. I think we had a decent show tonight, and but that's for you to decide. I'm kind of partial, But I love you guys very much, and I want you to be kind to each other, and I swear to God, I'm getting very soft in my old age, but there's a lot of stuff that just bugs the shit out of me that I just don't agree with, and let's just get through it, and in a nice kind of way. I mean, decent. Let's all live, because life is short, and I just think it's not worth the hassles. Arguing, waste, and I'm the prime candidate. I've wasted so much, and I still fixate over things. I just do. I'm wired that way. But man, when it's good, it's good. And don't you just want it to be good? I mean, wouldn't that be better? So can't we all just get along? All right. Again, I thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy, for putting up with me and dealing with me and letting me do and letting me be. Let me be. Till next week, people. I believe we'll catch you next Sunday night. As always, that we're starting like clockwork. You're watching Life with Peter G. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you guys. And the thing is, I want you guys to call in. That is so important, calling in. I'm sure they're going to have a big talk with me because I let that phone call. We talked a long time, but it doesn't happen all the time. So I do want to hear from you, and we will catch up, okay? I love you guys very much. Stay true to yourself. Don't take no shit from nobody. And don't forget to watch the Peter G Show. And share it with your friends, please. Help spread the word. Life keeps moving forward, and I want to move forward with you, all right? So let's go. I'll see you later, all right? Peace.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single